Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Scientist, I believe, today. I'm joined by a special guest for the first half of this episode. It is one of my cats. He would not rest until he was allowed in here. He was losing his mind. Normally I just leave him outside, but he snuck in here while my door was open, so he's in here today. He's gonna be, maybe meowing. I don't know, are you gonna meow today? Undecided answer. Reply hazy, try again later, he said. I know that's crazy for a cat to say, but it is what he said. What can I do? How you doing today? It is Tuesday for me. It's Wednesday for you. How am I doing today? I'm not bad. I have been waking up later and later every day. I'm gonna open my window because it's a little warm in here. It is 2 p.m. and I woke up like 15 minutes ago. It was nice when I was waking up early, however, I am not so much anymore. Still having my morning coffee. Well, afternoon coffee, I suppose. Maybe one day I'll go back to being a morning person. Well, no, I was never a morning person. I was just... Occasionally I was a person who was awake in the morning. Although, you know, when I was getting up at 9 a.m., I wasn't hating it. When I was on a schedule, that is. When I was not enforcing a robust schedule, I was not getting up at a good time, ever. But when I enforced myself to have a schedule, you know, you can get up at 9 a.m. Pretty regularly. Wake up 9 a.m. to go start my day. Not too bad. I didn't hate it. I don't think it really matters, right? People like to be like, oh, I'm a morning person, oh, I'm a night person. And ultimately, I think it just comes down to the fact that you're gonna, like, it's gonna be as long as you sleep enough, right? Now, I think most people are better at staying awake than they are waking up, just like by nature. I think it's easier to be awake, like stay awake than it is to wake up. Whatever thing you're doing is easier, right? Whatever you're in the process of. So if you're in the process of sleeping, it's easier to keep sleeping. That if you want to anyway. It doesn't exactly work out, because if that were the case, then people without alarms would just sleep forever. And that doesn't happen, I don't think. Has anyone slept forever? I guess that's dying. I guess a lot of people have slept forever, actually, come to think of it. Anyway, that's a different topic. Different day. What's happening today? It's Wednesday for you. It is Tuesday. I don't have, you know, yesterday I talked about Tuesday, I'll talk about Wednesday today. It's fine. It's like the same day as Tuesday. Change my mind. It's the same day as Tuesday, except for, like, you know, you're one day closer to Friday, I suppose. Friday, the best day of the week for most people. Honestly, more than Saturday even, I would say. Because Friday you got that, like, oh yeah, I gotta do something, and then we'll have the day of or like the it's over feeling, like I'm done for the week. And just do that loop for a few years. I'm gonna take Pike Rat. I mentioned in the last one, I think I've been regressing on my taking of mediocre midline units to survive the mid-game. I have not streamed this game again yet. I mentioned yesterday I might stream it. I did not. Just been playing Monster Train. Monster Train been doing pretty well, I gotta say. Viewership is up across the board thanks to Monster Train. And, you know, on the one hand, I'm very glad to see that, right? Why wouldn't I be? But on the other hand, there's a part of me that's just like, but I'm not doing anything differently. I haven't really improved, which makes me, I don't know. I'm glad that people are enjoying the Monster Train, but I don't feel like my content has improved, which leads me to feel as though I could, like, I don't deserve it, or I could be doing better, I suppose. Don't worry about that barking, it's just a delivery. Or nothing, you never know. It could be anything. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take a guess. Oh yeah, that's a delivery. You can probably hear the beeping as well. I wonder what it is. What was I saying before the barking? Oh yeah, I don't feel like I've been improving much, right? Monster Train, especially because Monster Train has just been like solely focused on the game, right? But anyway. Speaking of focused on the game, honestly, I don't know, you know, I think I'm sleeping on just picking a syringe at this point in the game. Like dropping 100 gold in the syringe and buffing a... Just checking. Buffing a militia up to 116 and letting them hold down one side for us could be good. It's only 140 gold. Territory expansion here. Yeah, Monster Train's been going, it's been going very well. I think that the streamer side has kind of fallen off. And I gotta move my cat's tail so I don't accidentally roll my chair over it. Because he likes to lay down in front of my chair when I'm about to roll it. He likes to live on the edge. But I think that Monster Train, it's not necessarily a game that's easy to climb to Covenant 25 in. It takes a bit of time. And if you were just like checking the game out to be like, hey, what's this? You probably aren't gonna make that climb yourself, right? You're gonna play it a little bit and then let it go. There are a few big name streamers, of course, still playing the High Covenant stuff, but it seems like the interest from the streamers has fallen off a little bit, and the interest from people who want to watch it has not, which leaves a bit of a place for me. Could have taken that steal. I didn't, though. Why didn't I? I didn't feel like it. Watchtower good. But it's nice, but one thing that I know from experience is with Slay the Spire is that if I don't do something to differentiate myself, people will, you know, eventually stop watching. Which is fine, right? It makes sense. Of course, I'm not worried. I mean, I'm worried about it enough that I worried about it to the point of like, I gotta make sure I'm giving every day my all. That's where I'm at right now with it. I can't just talk about the game. And you know, last night was a good stream. We got into some talking about, I don't even remember what, to be honest, but something else, I'm sure. But other than that, ooh, shock, nice. Not a ton. Still working on it. I'm working on it. I say it. It's like the mental battle of finishing this thumbnail that I'm working on and being like, okay, that's good, right? Eventually, I just need to say, okay, that's good, and export the video and put the thumbnail on it. Every day, I just sit there and I look at it for a little bit and I go, does this look okay? And then I just sit there and go, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, farmer. I don't know. Medic, druid, shield rat. Druid, maybe. My god. Took a drink of my coffee and it's just, like, I'm to the end of this bottle of cold brew, more or less. I have like one more glass after this one. It is all coffee grounds. I picked shield rat. There's so many coffee grounds in this thing. Which side's taking too slow. Or didn't send the question to my brain fast enough. It's kind of crazy how many coffee grounds are in the Starbucks. I'm going back to Stoke, I think. I'll be honest, I think that they might just be better. Starbucks is, I miss those, huh? It's not bad, right? But I'm not even sure I don't like the coffee grounds, to be honest with you. It's like, it's just weird. They're not like super grainy, they're pretty simple, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Pretty non-intrusive, I guess, is a way to put it as well. I can't pay to redraw. I mean, I'm about to take a drink that's full of coffee grounds, so we'll see how I feel about it after this, huh? Ballista actually might be better than Commander. I love Commander. However, Ballista 30 damage is just going to wipe out entire waves of the next 10 waves. 30 damage kills it all. I'm gonna go for this. This is a bit of a freestyle play. This is something I don't normally do. Put it right here. My biggest problem with defensive buildings is, of course, when you expand past them, but this should be fine. We can just not expand, right? I've been having a lot of runs that are just not expanding. The biggest reason I've been losing on Nightmare Mode, I think I'm expanding too much, and then I can't handle it all, I guess. I mean, I can handle it all, I'm unable to split my focus, I guess. Because there's the extra thing I need to do. Okay, my cat wants to leave 1 second. He did the classic cat thing. He went over to the door, he looked at me, he looked at the door. He didn't want to leave. Fucking cats. What do you even say other than fucking cats? Probably what people said when they went to see the Cats movie in theaters as well. Oh, fucking cats. I mean, I hope no, I don't want to think about that anymore. Yeah, wow. I just killed that entire wave. That's pretty cool. It falls off super hard, but it'll take us through to the late game. And by then, hopefully we're broken out of control. Gotta watch it. I'm playing through all my brews, or I'm playing through all my population and not being able to play brew. My cat, he loves to rub up against my computer, and every time he does it, I'm pretty sure one of these times he's gonna hit the power button. This recording is going to abruptly stop, and there's gonna be a weird, like, big jump cut. Or actually, no, there's not gonna be a jump cut, because there's no saving in this game. I'm just gonna lose it all. Don't meow at me. There's a reason that he's not allowed in here when I'm recording. Because all he does is meow. He meows so much. He is the noisiest cat I've ever met. It is crazy. He can't just be left alone. He just has to meow. Phase tags, wow. But today, and I don't have the heart to just pick him up and toss him out of here. Because he just wants to be in here. He just wants attention. I can't say no. I mean, I can say no. It is in my vocabulary. However, he is very cute, and he just wants attention. Now it's this boss. What the hell? I was a little worried about fighting this boss. Not that worried though. It's just annoying more than anything else. Because the second one, if it comes from this side, will just break down my wall, and that'll suck. Yeah, look at how spread this wave is. I didn't even have a good time to shoot this ballista. And this fat militia, he's doing well. Look at that guy. He's thick. I keep using my leader ability to get training. Upgrading my next leader ability so that I can then, in my next leader ability, hit training again. Incredible. Taking this up to 60 damage actually makes it not bad. Could this be a defensive building run? Yeah, why not? Is it good? No, but it could be fun. Right, there's the potential there for something interesting, so I'll go for it. I mean, I've more or less checked off all the boxes, right? I've landed that high score. I mean, the only thing I haven't done left in this game is clear Nightmare Mode on hard, right? But I'm not going to be doing that in one of these videos anyway. So we may as well look for some alternative plays. And it's not like taking the shooting range throws the run or anything like that. It's just kind of cool. Crossbow, he needs help, and we already have Treasure Hunter. I don't mind taking double totem though. That's kind of fun. I mean, if I'm gonna go defensive buildings, I need to take labor command. What a strange one. I'm really doing it now. Instead of focusing up on something good, we're just kind of really doing it here, huh? Speaking of something not good that we're focusing on. Welcome to the forest. If I can remove enough cards, it's not bad. I just need to remove enough cards to make raise tax one of 5 of them. We have experiments. We can get there. Kind of. Blessing. Actually, I should have taken specialized and then been able to specialize this raise tax, but okay. I'm gonna pay to redraw and hope we hit raise tax a second time. God, I'm good. It gives us a little 126 income. Oh yeah, I forgot to shoot. I guess the ballista also helps with, like, the ballista's helping make sure that we don't take that, like, oh, my units are just walking out of range of me. Because I could just shoot the ballista and kill these enemies over here. It's a cool little thing. And it can be good. I will admit it. I can see it. And thankfully this boss hit on the other side, so we don't even have to worry about it. We don't even have to think about it. When did that pike rat get played? Wait, what? I played a pike rat thinking he'd be played under the boss, and I didn't see him. Maybe I just, like, didn't see him because my eyes are closed? I don't know. Well, it could be fun. No. And now, all I need, right? All I need is to be able to press a button right now that's like, stop walking. Or honestly, they could just increase guards' range again so that this stops happening too. But then guards are getting a little bit high on the range side of things. It's not so bad, I suppose. Territory expansion. If I take territory expansion, we're going to take the event. We're just going to take raise tax here. If I can remove, I mean, the defensive building thing is tough because transitioning into it is weird. I'm gonna need like a demolish, I guess. Steel works. Now I just need to remove enough cards to get steel going. Or I need to have 2 instances of brew triggering at the same time. And then we can steal raise tax and we can do some dumb stuff. Oh, I was supposed to play brew there, you idiot. What am I doing? Just hit raise tax 3 times in a row, it doesn't even matter. Alright, so we're gonna have to not play cards for like 15, or not play cards, not redraw for like 15 seconds, and then we can do the steal thing. I guess you're seeing the good case for taking Pike Rat right here, right? Look at him. He's walking out, he's helping our shield rats who are too dumb to function. Hey, Vines. Vines my own units, a classic. We're gonna removal Potter at this point. I don't really know what our plan is, by the way. Like, I don't really have an idea of what our game plan is here. I don't have a good one for you. I think that as long as I hit steal since I removed the card, we get there, right? Yeah, that's good. I steal, but I do it for a better future. Or something like that. Herb, Armored Knight, take the house. I'm looking for a way to move my buildings up now so that I can have Watchtower, and like a second Watchtower, right? And then we can really, I mean, we just win, basically. If I get a second Watchtower and a way to move it up. Or just, you know, just a way to get 2 Watchtowers, one at either edge, we'll win the game off of. Shooting range, labor command, it should be enough. I mean, I think it should be enough anyway. I hope it's enough. It might not actually be enough, come to think of it, because I did have this similar situation with Tactician and I lost. But maybe with a few shield rats it'll be enough. Give me a Watchtower. Please. Oh, demolish. Cool. Now if I could get a way to duplicate that Watchtower, it'd be good. But for now we cannot. So it goes, I mean, it has to go up at the very front. Does it reach? It doesn't even, oh, it does reach, cool. So if we just do a few labor commands here, upgrade this as well if we can. Oh yeah. Remember when I said I would just shoot those guys? Good one. Alright. Bike rack can go. You guys need to back up. I can watchtower. I just passed on 2 tax offices. That doesn't happen very often. Meow. That's what he says. What does he mean by this? He's walking over to the door again. He's trying to trick me. He's trying to trick me. He's gonna paw at it. I'm gonna go over there. He's trying to bait me. Don't believe his lies. He thinks I'm gonna fall for this. He thinks I'm gonna fall for the old walk over to the door and meow trick. What was I, born yesterday? I wasn't, if you were wondering. I was born not yesterday, actually. Despite what you may believe to the contrary. I'm gonna try and get a second shot out of this so that I can kill more of this wave. Right, look at this. It won't kill the boss, but it'll clear out most of the wave. Okay, yeah, it's done now. Like, it clears most of the wave so that my units have an easier time with just having to fight the boss, essentially. Plus, it did chunk like 130 or 180 health off of him, I think. Yo, my big militia, no! Oh, he's done. Goodbye, my friend. He's meowing at me. He's at the door. He thinks I'm gonna just go over there and let him out. He committed to this. I'll open the door after this boss fight, and he's gonna go, no, I don't want to leave. I know it. I know this cat. He can't just have a nice, like, calm, casual day. Just lay down, rest, you know, and nothing like that. He has to make things difficult. Ironclad. I think I'll upgrade Demolish so that we upgrade our buildings off of it. Because I'm going for the buildings. I am going for the defensive building play. Despite it not necessarily being very good, it's kind of fun. I see that event. The best event this could be is the 2 watchtower event. Oh, minigame. I want a card. Ah, fuck. Alright. We're gonna demolish this and just upgrade it to 90 damage. Wow. Because of the shooting range, I assume. And then demolish this and upgrade it to 10 damage. 2 arrows doing 10 damage each. Cool. That's not bad. Unfortunately, our right side is weaker now. We have reached the point where it is less good. Still should be fine, just not quite as good. I guess 90 damage, right? If I'm labor commanding this with some shield rats in the way, it should be okay. They don't stack up, I guess, is the problem, but you know, not bad. The problem is that it sits at 0 seconds while it's doing this little reload animation here. But it finishes pretty quickly, I gotta say. Kind of fun. I would not really have expected you to be able to do defensive buildings like this, but it's okay at least. It's a start. I'm gonna start like moving. So yeah, we should just upgrade everything, right? Upgrade the shooting range. Hey, give me the watchtower event. Engineer for no expansion? No, I need to expand this right side at least once. Useless. Are you sure about that? A little more space is why I demolished this rock here. Because we want room in case I just get away for the watchtower. May as well upgrade these as well, right? Like, there's no reason for me not to. I have the money. We have the demolition. Demolition? That doesn't seem quite right. The demolition, perhaps, is what I meant to say. Yeah, look at that. It's actually kind of strong with this shooting range, right? It's doing 113 damage. Look at this. Bang. Just killed that AoE archer. What the hell? He's dead. Wait, it's actually nuts. All you need is labor command. Now, unfortunately, I think that AoE archer's out of range. He isn't. Holy shit, it just kills him. Like, it actually just kills them. Kind of crazy. You may be thinking, oh, wasn't I gonna go release my cat? I was, but then he came back over here. You can't hear him because he's being silent right now. He's pretending like he hasn't just been meowing at me ever since I woke up. Oh yeah, hello. He snuck up on you, didn't he? Okay, he's fine. He's just very talkative. He is, you are. I am talking about you, because you never shut up. No matter what time of day it is, he has one thing on his mind. What is that thing, you may be wondering? It's meow. Should've taken that wall. I mean, hindsight 2020, of course. But I guess what I could be doing here to ease these out is I could just do this, right? We have the demolish. I can just move it between the walls. Less good for doing that for Ballista because Ballista has that 15-second cooldown we gotta contend with, but still. We are defensive building rounds. Like, look at this. Pretty good. Now, if I don't respect the owl will just appear behind me and kill these buildings. And then we'll go, well, that was fun. So make sure I respect the owl. Focus fire sucks. I'll just say it. Maybe it's good with Ballista, but in general, it sucks. I don't like it. Upgrade steel, sure. Is that a boss? That was a boss. But we did get hit with a boss chest. Hey, two watchtowers? No? Okay. Not interested. Anything interesting here? Like a shooting range? No. Okay, not interested. I do have to watch my money. I have this raise tax, but raise tax isn't like instant money. Did I not put this one space back? I guess I didn't. I should probably just be raising my taxes a little bit here and there, right? Just a touch. Upgrading the labor command would also be a good idea at some point. But all in all, I mean, this run's pretty one. And it's something kind of fun too. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not a perfect defensive building run, but it's good enough, right? I think all you really need for defensive buildings is labor command and steel, or just a way to play labor command as much as you want, because you want to play labor command a lot. And maybe a few shield rats to help ease the transition. But with this, right, the big thing about this is really good on the forest because I will not fall victim to the oops, my ranged units have just walked out of, or my melee units have walked out of range, right? The ballista just kills everything for you. Kinda nice. And now we want to split. I'm going to focus the left side here because I think our right side should be okay. A little labor command action here. We have 14,000 gold now, so it's good. First. So I just want to shoot the ballista every time it's available. I want to watch this side just to make sure it doesn't need my help. Oh, 2 treasure chests, huh? Make sure it doesn't need anything. I need to move my keyboard back because my cat is now... one of the other things he likes to do is he likes to try and press the keys on my keyboard. That, as you can imagine, is not something I want him to be doing. I'm sure you could figure that one, but he's trying it. We gotta stop him. Why doesn't he get let in here? You may be wondering, right? You may have heard previous episodes where I mentioned, oh yeah, I can hear my cat meowing to come in outside. Oh, that was nice. Why doesn't he get let in? It's because he's a monster. He needs constant attention, or else he starts to complain and meow. And if I don't give him that constant attention, he will force it. He will just like he'll jump up on me, he'll rub his head against my arms, he'll bat at my keyboard. He needs the attention. It's okay. He can have some attention, I suppose. Can I get another defensive building? Do not try to press the spacebar, you weird cat. I would like a defensive building. Does this count as a defensive building? I don't think so. Theoretically, with labor command, this could just like perma-stun enemies, right? Give it a shot. In theory, this could like just permanently stun enemies. So we'll give it its chance. I could also very easily see myself losing this run because we are just like one whoops away from a death. I've just gotta watch, right? Probably gonna be a good idea to get a few more labor commands rolling here. A few more, yeah. Like an upgrade to labor command off of this would be good. Okay. And just the forever problem when you go to defensive buildings is just like, hey, can I have a defensive building, please? Just sitting here going, can I get a, could I order a defensive building? But I forget to play steel, I sure did. Hey, look at that, I played labor command instead of steel. Okay, left side's taking the worst wave. I think I will just take the beehive over here. Not the Bayhive, I am not talking about Beyonce's fan base, I am talking about the building beehive. I wanna see this in action, because theoretically it should just perma-stun them, I think. I guess we'll see. Start with a little shooting action, and with a little ballista. I mean, the ballista's doing work. Let's see if we can get this as a... No, do not go for the keyboard, you weird boy. But it won't stun the archers, because the bees stun the first target they can reach. However, this just stuns every melee unit forever. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. And so if I were to remove from this all of these units, you could just permanently stun everything. Eric's catapult. Yo, you know what? Any defensive building at this point. I'll take it all. I'll take it all with a smile. Also, this does 95 damage, so you know. I'm not gonna complain about that whatsoever. That's a lot of damage right there. And this is just with one shooting range, mind you. One upgraded shooting range has made all of these buildings like plus the demolition, I suppose. I don't know if I've done a defensive building run on hard. It's pretty fun though, I gotta say. I'm glad that this is something that is like somewhat viable at least. I mean, look at this, right? You need labor command, by the way. Like, I don't think you could ever do this without a labor command combo, but you know, just get one, and then you can do this to the enemies. They never even get close. Fortress, unfortunate. But no, I don't know if I've ever taken shooting. I mean, I think I have taken shooting range before this. It's just not something I do very often, because it's a fat building that doesn't do a ton for you. But in this situation, it in fact does a ton. It's a way better than Focus Fire, although I've only taken Focus Fire in combination with Watchtower, in which case I've been like, yeah, it would have been better if I just played my played Labor Command, but you could play both. So there's nothing saying you can't just play both. Gotta keep hitting the bees. There's a lot to do with the defensive building setup like this. I have a lot of things to be clicking. It's not a kick back and relax sort of run, but also this ballista is like one-shotting everything. I'm glad I picked it. And the beehive actually just stuns everything forever. Huh. Okay. Which side? Left side. Let's remember the one thing I said when we started doing this. There's one thing we have to keep in mind. We have one thing to do. We have to respect the owl. I do have to respect Mr. Owl from, you know, make sure that he doesn't just kill me. Because he could. He absolutely could just appear, end my life. It's the snake. Cool. That's much better. I don't think you can stun bosses. I'm pretty sure they have not allowed that. Let's take a look. Can you stun the boss? No, you cannot. Excellent news. I mean, not really excellent news, but good to know, I suppose. Duplicate a card, huh? I mean, duplicating Labor Command wouldn't actually be that bad. But, you know. You see. The arrows, they come out so fast. Like, look at that. That's all Watchtower. One Watchtower with an upgraded defensive building. Or shooting range. Just does it to him, absolutely. Cool. What a great run. What an excellent run of Ratropolis. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.